4 players on your active roster, so you cannot have the exact same 3 players in set 2 as you had in set number 1. As you can see, Coca RX and Javi getting mixed in on this one. And the other one is that these rosters are all set for the first 2 sets before the match begins. So the only thing that they choose on match day or within the match, in match play, is if we go to the 3rd set and go for that 1v1 tiebreaker set for the champions. And here we go. It's going to be Renan Cava leading things off for SK Gaming. Sam back out on the board again. Sorry, Renan Cava for Pain. Sam back out for SK Gaming.
Yeah, so Sam is actually running this Graveyard Battle Healer deck. I've been seeing him running this a little bit on ladder. Very interesting Graveyard variation with the Battle Healer and the Cannon Cart rather than usually what is like Knight or Dark Prince and Skeletons.
Renan Cava going double bait. You know, we've been seeing 3 bait decks commonly later. Carter, been seeing this double bait deck. We've been seeing variations of classic log bait. We've also been seeing the rise back again, if you were watching the I Stay Home Cup this last week, of the Prince Rascals bait. You know, of these 3, do you have any opinions on them, on what's strongest right now, why we're seeing sort of this flux back and forth?
Yeah, honestly, I don't play a ton of bait personally, so I'm not the best person to ask, but, you know, bait is just, you know, it's always kind of been an archetype that's around, and, I mean, we are seeing quite a bit of snowball in this meta, and so, like, pretty much with log bait, anytime you go up against a deck with snowball, you're going to be in really good shape, so especially in competitive, whenever you can kind of try to predict your opponent, it's definitely a strong deck, but yeah, I don't know. Personally, I'm not a big log bait player, so I don't really have a strong opinion on which is the strongest and why.
So GY does come down for Sam in that right-hand lane. It's interesting, we've been seeing Battle Healer getting mixed into Ram Rider and now Graveyard. We'll see if that variation continues to hold once we get into this update and Battle Healer takes a big, big hit. Graveyard right-hand side for xopxsam. Poison down to get the Dark Goblin, and the Dark Goblin does wander into range, so there's a chance now for Sam to try to tie things up here. And he does. We are going to sudden death. Renan Cava does have the lead of left-hand lane, 1636 to 2172, and starts to threaten with the Princess at the bridge. So Sam has to deal with that one. Goblin Hut will take care of business.
Yeah, and Renan Cava did kind of overcommit there defensively with that Goblin Barrel at the last second. Didn't save his tower, so definitely a little bit of a misstep there. But, I mean, he does have the lead right now. He definitely can win this game. I think it's a pretty decent matchup for him. But also, like, Sam has the potential to drop like a quick cannon cart in the pocket if the opportunity is right. So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting. Could go either way.
Bomb Tower does a ton of work for Renan Cava on that defense, still ahead by a fairly significant margin. Here's the question for you, Carter. If Sam does take the lead back, even by a couple hundred HP, how hard is it going to be for Renan Cava to get damage on tower?
You know, it is definitely difficult because Renan doesn't really have the option of going opposite lane right now. I mean, he can, but it's just like not going to be super effective with, you know, Sam having a almost full HP King Tower. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely going to be tough for Renan to get any big connection. So I think he's going to need to defend really well and you know, try to get chip damage whenever he can, wherever he can.
And there's a little chip damage right there.
Yeah, I was about to say Renan can outcycle Sam pretty easily and get some chip damage here and there with the barrels.
Graveyard in, Bomb Tower does fall, Dark Goblin in the back, but now Renan Cava trying to pressure. Bar Barrel does clean that up. So you have a Battle Healer, 2 Musketeers, and 2 Baby Dragons down. It's Graveyard in as well. xopxsam putting the pressure on. Cannon Cart in the pocket, takes care of the Princess, and does connect on tower. xopxsam gets the comeback and gets the win in game number 1.
Yeah, so I think the whole key to that push was Sam went for that Cannon Cart in the pocket, and Renan did pick it up with...
Oh, game number 2, Coca RX out. Carter, how much have you seen of Coca RX? Obviously, we saw him a little bit in No Tilt Worlds. He's a Brazilian content creator. And making his big pro debut here with Pain Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a ton of him. I've seen him a little bit, as you said, in No Tilt Worlds. Also, I know he's been in some of Revel Aymar or Aymar's events. And he's definitely a good player. I think he's known for mortar bait. But yeah, I mean, he hasn't been performing great here, so hopefully he can hit his stride eventually and you know, help out the team a little bit more.
Sparky Heal Spirit for Sam. Not what we see a ton of, and it is the Rage variation. Trying to see if he can break on through here. Sparky going to get the Musketeer off the board. So while not going to get a shot, does give Sam a nice little 1 elixir advantage, maybe half elixir advantage. Heal Spirit, a very interesting choice with Sparky.
Yeah, I have been seeing a little bit more Heal Spirit pop up kind of instead of the Dark Prince usually in Sparky decks, but definitely interesting.
Miner to the back. Sparky takes her time and eventually gets it off the board, goes opposite lane. Very early bomb tower here from Coca RX. Is that to get around to a second one?
Potentially to get back to a second one, but also I think Coca has a hard time of cycling into a Sparky, and he needs to save some of his cheap units like Skellies and Ice Golem to help defend against the Sparky. So the bomb tower going down early still does clean up the Goblin Giant, but allows him to kind of hold on to some of his more important Sparky counters.
Zap gives enough room after that log. You saw Coca RX trying to make room for the Musketeer. Zap makes room back the opposite direction for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. And now Coca RX loading up left-hand lane. Miner does not go to the Muskie. Heal Spirit. Oh, Musketeer turns towards the Miner. Nice work here from Coca. Big-time connection. Does not get the tower down. But a nice play there from Coca RX. We'll see how he can fare against this Sparky Mini P.E.K.K.A. Mini P.E.K.K.A. making a beeline for the tower. Sparky's going to survive. That's going to be tower down right-hand side. So Sam fires right back. Coca RX has one shot, has to take these hits on the right-hand side and hope he can get a balloon connection on the left. Don't know if that's going to be possible. Musketeer trying to play some defense. Miner comes in. The Zap gets the job done, and there you go. Coca RX had a good opening. Sam turned it on its heels.
Yeah, definitely not an easy match.
That was your first. You can get your second one now. Stats Royale will tell you when. Here we go, game number 2. I'm slightly confused. Didn't we just see this?
See what?
Didn't we just see Coca and Sam? I guess the overlay's a half step behind. There we go. Coca and Surge TS. OP Sam with a chance at another King of the Hill sweep. We'll see if he can get it done here. Against Surge TS, who is definitely a top tier or a very, very good head-to-head player, has had some big performances in those solo tournaments. I guess my big question for you, Carter, is do you have any thoughts on why, any insight as to why maybe Coca RX, or Surge TS has not turned his big success in those Revel tournaments, the things like Cabrera Cup, Moreno Cup, into the same level of success in CRL West?
Obviously there's a ton of pressure with playing on stage in CRL. Not only are you, live in person playing against your opponents, but also you have, you've been preparing 6 to 8 hours a day, and your team is obviously counting on you in that moment to, show your preparation paying off and to play well and stuff. So a lot more pressure in those situations. But yeah, I mean, who knows? There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of different reasons why players struggle more on stage than just in online events.
Hoggy Q against Double Bait. Thoughts on the matchup here, Carter?
I think it's a pretty close matchup, honestly. Firecracker's pretty problematic for Surge TS to answer, but also with him, Surge TS having both the Skelly Barrel and the Goblin Barrel, and xopxsam only having Log to answer those, it's definitely not easy for him to defend. And then, yeah, the other thing is just the Princesses and the Dark Goblins could very easily get out of hand.
Surge TS waits a half step on that bomb tower, and it does work out for him. The prediction EQ from Sam does not get the predict. Skelly Barrel into the left-hand lane. Log does get a nice bit of value there, but now what does he do about this Goblin Barrel? And that's going to be tower down to 110, so 2 logs will get it done for Surge TS. This time, Sam does get the EQ right, but because of those skeletons, Hog not going to get a shot. 848. Surge TS in a good spot. Most likely to take the win here and keep Sam from the clean sweep. Log comes in. Log the opposite direction, 26 HP. Sam trying to cycle as fast as he humanly can before another log, but probably not going to be enough time to get it done. 665. There you go. Log comes in. Surge TS stops Sam from the 1-2-3.
Yeah, so I mean, TS played that really well, just applying a ton of pressure, and then you know, Sam's only pushes towards the end